Now we look in more detail for DC machine. For DC machine, of course, there are two types, the generator and motor. And all DC machine can be generator and motor. Means that if you apply voltage to the DC machine, it will become a motor. When you turn the DC machine, you will get the current. So it can work both way. Okay, these points are quite important because it is usually asked in the exam. So DC motor often used for motor. So the major advantages are easy, speed and torque regulation. Okay, this one is the advantages usually asked in the final. And the disadvantages also is limited to mills, mines and train. Okay, for example, trolley, underground subway, cars and many use DC motor. Okay, this one is application, not a disadvantage. Usually disadvantage are higher maintenance cost because you have to change the DC brush. Okay, so the disadvantages of a DC motor should be the maintenance cost is quite high. And this one also application in the past, automobile will equip a DC dynamo to charge the battery. Okay, your car actually use a DC motor to start the internal combustion engine. So that one is another application for DC motor. Okay, right now DC motor is gradually reduced in use because of the advancement in DC AC drive. Because the disadvantage of DC motor is require a maintenance. So but AC drive is AC machine is much more durable. So that's why this one but the DC motor is still being used in industry. Okay, this is a fundamental of DC generator. Okay, usually they will not ask this calculation, but you have to prepare. Sometimes they will ask. So the formula you need to know is E equals to BLV. B is the magnetic field. Okay, magnetic density B. Okay, which is if you look here is the X. Okay, you see the X is the B goes into the paper. Okay, goes into the screen. So this is B. And LV. L is the length of the wire. Not all, but the red one. So that the length of the red wire is the L, and V is the velocity. Okay, E equals to BLV. And one thing you have to know that V needs to be perpendicular to B. If it is not perpendicular, the induced voltage produced is much more lower. So actually E equals to BLV sine alpha. So sine alpha is basically the alpha is the angle between velocity and the B. So if the B and the V is perpendicular to each other, the power our induced voltage much more bigger. But if the B is same direction as V, okay, the wire move through the B, there will no flux induced and there is no induced voltage. So try to remember E equals to BLV or E equals to BLV sine alpha if they're given an angle. So if for DC motor there are usually a permanent magnet, okay, but sometimes the permanent magnet is not used because it's required if the machine is quite large. So instead of using a permanent magnet, it uses a winding. Okay, the winding will produce a magnetic field just like a magnetic just like a magnet. So there will be two circuits. The first one is to excite the field at the stator, and another one is the winding at the rotor, which is where the winding is of EMF is induced. This is also known as armature. Okay, this is example of a DC motor with 4 pole or 2 pole pair. And this one is the rotor part. Okay, previous one is the stator. This one is a rotor. And this one is the commutator. So you don't have to worry about this. Usually they will ask only the application, the advantage and disadvantages. Okay, sometimes they ask you to draw the stator and rotor. Okay, so the equivalent of a DC motor is usually will not be asked. Okay, so you have to know that there are two circuits available in a DC motor or generator or DC machine. Okay, either armature circuit, which is located at the rotor, and the field circuit, which is located at the stator. So usually armature circuit are represented by a voltage source and a resistance connected in series. Okay. And for the field circuit, it is represented as a winding that generator of the magnetic field and resistance connected in series. So usually RF. Just need to know basic. This one is a popular question. Okay, classification of DC motor. Okay, there are 3 types. Okay, either separately excited and shunt motor, which means that armature winding and are either connected in separate or parallel with the source. So series motor, this one the armature winding and the armature winding and field winding are connected in series. And lastly, compound motor, which means has both shunt and series, so it combine feature of series and shunt. So shunt means that parallel. Okay, so this one you have to know the difference. So this one is the separately excited DC motor. So this one also quite popular question. Okay, the left side is the field winding and the right side is the armature winding because they are EA. Okay, so field winding is RF, just show at the resistor. For armature RA. Okay, so separately means that the source is separated. Okay, the advantage of this is a good speed control. So you have to know this because it's quite a popular question. So this is a shunt DC motor. Okay, okay, and armature and field winding are connected in parallel. They have the same source. Okay, it's usually for constant speed operation, and the application are usually centrifuge, pump, machine tool, blower fan, or reciprocation pump. So if before it is separately, so you have 2 source, but shunt DC motor has only 1 source. So this is another type, another classification of DC motor. This one is a series DC motor. The armature and the field winding are connected in series. The advantage of this type of classification of the DC motor is it has high starting torque, and usually the application is for hoist, electrical train and conveyor, electrical or electrical car, elevator. Okay, so you have to know this because it's quite a popular question. Okay, compound DC motor has many advantages. Okay, it is widely used in the variable speed control. It has high starting point, has high starting torque, and the no load speed is controllable, unlike the series motor. Okay, the application is rolling miles, sudden temporary load, okay, and heavy machine tool and punches. So you have to remember all of this. So this is the summary that we have discussed about before. Okay, shunt motor are constant speed because it has very good regulator. Okay, speed regulation is very good. Another advantage is adjustable speed. Okay, you can make it as a constant speed or adjustable speed with medium starting torque. Okay, this is the application you have to memorize. Okay, for series motor, okay, this one is variable speed. Okay, which has we can change speed drastically from one load to another. Okay, it has high torque. Okay, if you want a fast response motor, you have to use a series motor. This is the application you have to memorize also. And a compound motor has variable speed motor. Okay, it has high starting torque like a series, but the advantages is the no load speed is controllable, unlike a series motor. So the application is here. You also have to memorize. So you also need to know what is losses happen in the DC motor. Okay, losses in armature, losses in terminal, stray losses, and you have to know the power of the rotational and so on. So this one are much more clear. Okay, okay, losses in the copper. Okay, this one is the losses in the winding. This one also a quite popular question: how to control a DC motor. Okay, for DC motor you can either use to vary the armature circuit resistance using external resistance. Just add a external resistance before the armature circuit. You can control the current flowing through the armature circuit. Another approach is to apply a external resistance, okay, adjustable external resistance to the field circuit, okay, to control the flux and control the speed. And lastly, you can vary the voltage at the armature circuit if the motor is separately excited. This one is only for separately excited motor. So you have to memorize how to control the DC motor. What's happen in the so this one are much more clear. Okay, okay, losses in the copper. Okay, this one is the losses in the winding. Core losses for both core, either in the stator or rotor. Mechanical loss, okay, friction or others losses. So try to memorize this type of losses. Just a surface, no need to go into detail.